Do you ever feel like your body is just giving up on you? Like no matter how many supplements you try, how much coffee you drink, or whatever you do in the name of health, things just keep getting worse. If that sounds like you are not alone. By the end of this video, you'll understand why quick fixes don't work in the long run. And I'll show you how focusing on the root cause of your health issues can heal your body and give you the lasting energy and vitality that you crave. I totally get it though. For years, I struggled with eczema. My skin would break out on patches, mostly on my hands. I'd go to the doctor, get prescribed different steroid creams. I'd apply them to my skin and just hope that this time they would work. But they would only make the eczema go away for a short time. It always came back, and usually even worse than it was before. Not only did they not solve my eczema problem, but they thinned out my skin and made it so much easier to break open. I learned that all these creams and lotions and foams and different things that I was trying were quick fixes. They didn't truly heal my eczema. And the same thing happened later when I struggled with fatigue. I tried a lot of coffee and caffeine, hoping it would boost my energy so that I could just make it through the day. But all it did was make my head feel jittery and wired while I was still physically completely drained. My body was begging for something more. But I didn't know back then how to listen to my body. The real key to feeling better is not just trying creams and medications and things to mask the symptoms, but it's understanding the root cause of why those symptoms are even there. And I'm gonna share exactly how this shift in mindset really helped me take back my health for good. Well, hello, my name is Brittany and I'm a mom and a holistic health coach here to help busy moms reclaim their health and their energy naturally without all the overwhelm and confusion that often comes with this whole health thing. So if you're new here, welcome. I am so glad to have you here. Before we dive right into the video, go ahead and click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on all the future tips to help you feel your best. If you're ready to stop just surviving and really start thriving in life, then this is the place for you. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about what I like to call Band-Aid solutions. These are the quick fixes that we turn to when we don't feel well. We know that something is off in our body, but we're not exactly sure what the problem is. We just know we don't feel good and we want to feel better, and we don't know what else to do. Like I said earlier, for me, a big one was steroid creams for my eczema. They gave me a little bit of relief from the constant itching that I had going on, but it was always short-lived. The eczema would always come back, and often worse than it was before, because those creams didn't actually heal my skin. What I didn't realize back then is that quick fixes like these steroid creams don't address the root cause of the problem. They don't heal your body from the inside out. They only mask the symptoms temporarily. And that matters because those symptoms are your body's way of telling you that something is off. They're like, hey, pay attention to me. Wait, slow down. Something is wrong. Help me. It's signaling to you that there's something deeper going on that your body wants you to address. So picture a weed. Your symptoms are that weed, that dandelion that you see up above ground. I don't necessarily mind dandelions in my yard, but my husband does. And if he sees the dandelions out there, he's gonna go cut the grass, or he's gonna start picking them out by hand, one by one, until all the dandelions are out of the yard. He does not like the weeds showing up and ruining his nice manicured lawn. So the dandelions are like your symptoms. You don't want your symptoms there. You don't want to feel bad. You don't want to have acne and bloating and constipation and all these things. So you want to get rid of those symptoms. So you might use steroid creams. You might use Tums for your acid reflux. You might use laxatives for your constipation. That is just like cutting the dandelion off at the top. You're not actually getting to the root and pulling the root out. So the dandelion's just gonna keep growing back. The root is still in the ground. It's just the top flower part is gone. So it's gonna keep coming back again and again and again. It's never gonna get better until you address that root. So with my eczema, those steroid creams that I was using was not getting to the root. And research actually shows that prolonged use of topical corticosteroid creams actually leads to thinning of the skin, which I was experiencing, and other problems like corticosteroid withdrawal, which is even worse than the actual eczema was, and a greater risk of getting diabetes and suppression of the hypothalamic pituitary axis, or HPA axis. So it throws off your hormones. So while those creams do give some quick relief and they do temporarily calm down the eczema, they don't actually solve the problem of what caused eczema to develop on your skin in the first place. They just push the problem down, like keeping those roots in the ground, keeping them down underground, but they will resurface again, usually worse than before. I also turned to coffee when I was dealing with extreme daily exhaustion. I'm sure you can probably relate to that. You drink a cup or maybe 3, hoping that it will give you a boost of energy. But what ends up happening? You end up feeling jittery and wired in the head, maybe a little bit more energized, but still like physically exhausted. And the little bit of energy that you do get is short-lived, and you go back to feeling fatigued right afterwards. And the thing is that regular caffeine consumption can actually disrupt your sleep, especially if you're drinking it close to bed. You're not gonna be able to sleep as well, so you're gonna feel even more tired the next day. It also can raise your stress hormones and lead to anxiety, just making things even worse. So even though coffee seems like a great, easy thing to do to get energy, it's not addressing the real issue of why you have no energy in the first place. Now, I just want to be clear, Band-Aid solutions are not necessarily bad. They can help temporarily. Like if you use melatonin to help you sleep. If you're, struggling to fall asleep every night, and because of that, you are just so tired during the day and struggling to make it through the day, getting enough sleep is important. So if you need to temporarily take some melatonin just to get some relief, just to be able to turn your brain off and go to sleep, then that's okay in the short term. Or taking an anti-inflammatory medicine because you have a migraine and you just want the pain to go away. You can hardly stand it. That's fine for like a one-off thing, but that shouldn't be a long-term answer. Like if you're having chronic headaches, it's like a weekly thing or several a week, then you need to figure out what is causing that rather than just popping, Tylenol or ibuprofen every time you get a headache. So these quick fixes might at the time seem like the perfect thing for you. Like you finally found just what you need to feel better. It might not even be something like a medication. It could be a certain diet or cleanse or natural supplement. Even essential oils can be quick fixes. They could be providing temporary relief and alleviating those symptoms for you. But it doesn't necessarily make those symptoms go away forever because they're not addressing the underlying problem. They mask symptoms and often prevent us from really tuning in and listening to our body. Instead of focusing on why we're not able to fall asleep or why we have eczema or why we're always so tired, we rely on something that gives us instant relief, instant gratification. We want things now. We want what we want and we want it now. And that's not always a good thing. Sometimes we do need to just take a step back, slow down, dig down, and figure out the root cause of our problem. So I would love to hear from you. Have you ever felt frustrated with these quick fixes? You've tried something that you think was a quick fix, it maybe helped temporarily, but it didn't actually get to the root cause and didn't completely solve your problem, or maybe even it made things worse. Drop a comment below and let us know what solutions you tried that didn't work for you. So next, let's talk about something really powerful, asking why. When you see that something is off in your body, you just don't feel right. You feel like something is wrong, whether it's fatigue, acne, digestive issues, skin problems, whatever it is. It's so important to ask yourself, why? Why is this happening? Why can't I sleep? Why am I always so tired? Why do I feel anxious all the time? And then once you answer that, don't stop there. Ask why again. Dig deep until you really understand what is actually going on. So for example, if you're struggling to fall asleep, it might not be because you just need more melatonin. When you ask yourself why, it could be because you are stressed out, or you have blood sugar imbalances or mineral deficiencies. Maybe you are overworked and undernourished. So instead of just popping a pill to help knock you out, ask why your body is having so much trouble winding down. If you believe it's stress for you, then ask yourself why again. Why are you so stressed? What is causing stress in your life, and what can you do about that? How can you alleviate some of that stress? Or let's say it's that you're dealing with acne. Instead of just trying different face washes and creams and pills that are supposed to help make acne go away, ask yourself why you could have acne. Why is it that your skin keeps breaking out? It could be related to hormone fluctuations, poor digestion, mineral deficiencies again, or a sluggish liver. And if you think it might be liver congestion, ask yourself why. Why is it that your liver is having a hard time and congested? What could have led to that? So do some research and dig in and try to find these answers for yourself. What about the way that you are living and eating? What could have caused this for you? So the key here is to keep digging deeper and asking why over and over until you uncover the root cause for your health issues. So it might be stress, it might be diet, poor eating habits, eating, in a hurry, not getting enough movement throughout the day, toxins, or something else that is throwing off balance in your body. But if you only focus on the symptoms, like taking melatonin for sleep, you're missing the bigger picture. You're not actually fixing anything. And the more we do this, the more disconnected we become from our bodies and how they are meant to function, how God created them to work. God is so wise, and He made our bodies perfectly, and He made them to give us these symptoms when something is off, so we notice them and we do something about it. I know it's so tempting just to take something that works in the short term, just to give yourself some relief. But when we get into that habit of just automatically turning to quick fixes, it makes it so much easier to keep on doing that. Relying on Band-Aid solutions like caffeine, pain relievers, and other medications can lead to a vicious cycle where you're no longer in tune with your body's signals. You learn to just push those things down and ignore what your body is trying to tell you. But when you start asking why and addressing the reason behind these issues, you start to discover what your body is actually telling you and what it needs to get back to a good place of homeostasis and thrive. That is how real healing begins. All right, and then quick fixes don't just fail to address the root cause, but they themselves can actually cause more problems. When you rely on medications, caffeine, sleep aids, or other quick fixes too often, you develop a dependency on those things and stop listening to your body altogether. One example is taking statins. A lot of people are prescribed the medication statins to help lower their cholesterol. They work by blocking an enzyme in the liver that's responsible for producing cholesterol. And they do, lower your LDL cholesterol, but they don't address the reason that you have high cholesterol in the first place, which often it is due to chronic inflammation. So it's not the cholesterol that is the problem. It is the inflammation that's causing damage to your body. And cholesterol is coming to the scene of the crime, and it's just trying to help. It's just trying to help repair the damage that inflammation causes to your arteries. So even if statins do lower cholesterol, they don't fix the underlying reason that inflammation is there causing the damage. Plus, statins cause their own problems. Not only do they lower your body's ability to make cholesterol, but they also reduce your ability to make CoQ10, which is a compound that is essential for energy production. Our mitochondria need it to produce ATP, which is the currency for energy in our body. Our heart especially needs CoQ10. It needs a lot of energy to pump blood throughout our body and keep us alive. So statins are a huge issue. They lower CoQ10, lower your body's ability to make energy, and therefore can end up causing heart problems. And it's not just statins. It's all medications, really, like painkillers and anti-inflammatory medications. They can end up doing more harm than good. Studies show that long-term use of painkillers can cause kidney and liver damage, digestive issues, leaky gut, and even an increased risk of heart disease. So I don't know about you, but I don't want to risk getting those things. So if I have pain, I'm going to figure out why I have pain and address the cause rather than just taking this quick fix. So this is why addressing the root cause is so important. When you stop masking your symptoms and start asking why, your body will have what it needs to heal from the inside out. And that's what we all want, right? We just want to feel better, not just temporarily, not just today, but for good. So while quick fixes are just that, they do fix things temporarily and provide some relief, they don't solve the real problem. The key to feeling better is getting to the root cause of your health issues and listening to your body. By asking why, addressing whatever your root causes are, you can start truly healing your body instead of just covering up your symptoms like a Band-Aid. So it's about taking a holistic approach to healing your body. So if you're ready to stop just surviving and really start thriving, then come join my membership, Thrive Tribe. Inside, we dive deeper into different holistic health topics, healing your metabolism and giving you the education, tools, and support that you need to address the root cause of your health concerns. And if you're looking for more answers for you specifically as to what is causing imbalance in your body and different symptoms showing up for you, then I highly recommend getting a hair tissue mineral analysis done. It is a great way to identify mineral imbalances, deficiencies, and heavy metals that are causing problems in your body and are, the root cause of the symptoms showing up for you. So if you think that that is something that could help you and you're tired of just covering up your symptoms and just trying to guess at something that might help you, then check out my HTMA Kickstart program. We'll do the hair tissue mineral analysis, have a consultation call to go over what is showing up for you, what your minerals are looking like, what is going on in your cells, your adrenal health, your thyroid health, your metabolic type, your state of your nervous system. And we will create a personalized plan just for you based on what your body truly needs. So you can find all the details for that and sign up through the link below. All right, well, thank you so much for sticking around and for watching the video. I hope it helps. If it does, consider subscribing and clicking the like button, sharing with a friend that might also find some value from it. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.